What's up, guys? It's Chad here. Drew Reviews coming to you from my camper today. I've been doing multiple videos on improvements on this camper, and this is going to be one of them. So, we've had this camper this is the second summer. It is going to be, we have about a week or two until Labor Day weekend. We're going to a nice Yogi Bear Jellystone campground. And one of the things that was a little bit of a pain is the standard shower nozzle. Okay, if you're a camper, you know that the pressure at campgrounds varies dramatically. Some have really good pressure, some barely have any water coming out of the spigot whatsoever. So I'm going to try to do something that's going to improve the pressure in the system. So here's what I got. So I'm in the bathroom here. This is the standard shower head that came with my Grey Wolf, okay? Super standard. This is pretty much industry standard across all the, we'll say, less expensive lines. So this bad boy right here, everything in here is plastic, okay? So the hose is actually great, very flexible, not too bad. The problem is this thing right here. So it leaks. It does have a little on and off valve, which we use. If you know anything about campers, my particular camper has a 6-gallon hot water tank. So, you have to use that sparingly. So there's a lot of shutting off the water when you're actually in the shower, taking a shower. I have 3 daughters, a wife, and myself. So when all 5 of us are taking showers, you know, we have to kind of do it sparingly or at different times. So, again, the problem is the water pressure. So even when I have decent water, it's fine for me, but trying to wash my 3 daughters and wife's, like, we'll say, thick, long hair, it'd be nice. They would enjoy having a little bit higher pressure. So I got a high pressure nozzle, so I'm going to install it, and the first camp out, we'll see if it works. But actually, I'm going to do a demo. So I'm going to hook up my camper to my house's water. I am preparing the camper for camping, so I'll actually put a head-to-head to see what the actual difference is in the water pressure. Here we go. Still want to use a filter on your water that goes into the camper, and I got it hooked up to my standard city water hookup. All right, so I'm going to come in here and show you the pressure from my house, which is generally a lot more stable than most campgrounds. So we'll see what kind of stream the standard shower head gives us. All right, let's go check it out. All right, sorry guys, I just turned off my Max Air fan here. Okay, so since I don't have anything running on the hot water, I'm just going to crank the cold water and see what we got here. All right. All right, that's all the way. So off, all the way. Okay, that is wide open. Okay, so if you hold it straight, it doesn't really even have enough pressure to shoot straight out. I don't know if this is picking it up very well, but yeah, not very good. All right, I'm gonna let that water kind of flow out of there, and I'm going to show you what I got. Here's what we got. I don't know if Amazon calls it this, but it is the Foxprod RV shower head. Okay, lifetime warranty. I doubt it, but anyways, I'm going to leave a link to this in the description below. It was probably the second best rated RV shower system on Amazon. The first one, I read a lot of the comments, and there is a on and off pause button on the top rated one. But a lot of people were saying that since it had most of the handle was plastic and it had like a rubber over molded section, that would most likely leak. So I decided to try this one that actually has some real stainless steel parts. All right, nice hose. I decided to go with stainless steel, maybe class it up a little bit over the white/yellowing plastic. All right, so here we go. It's actually a very nice looking piece. It's got a lot of adjustability. It's actually got really nice detent. It's not like one of those that kind of stuck between two. It actually has some nice audible clicks. And here is the pause button, and that actually again has some nice clicks to it. So got that. I'm not actually going to be doing any screwing. I'm going to be kind of hybridizing this. I know we got some new pieces here and there. I'm going to attempt to use the other hardware that's in here and just replace the hose. So I'm going to attempt to just use this. The reason why is because obviously this is not very thick, and those screws are probably going to end up putting a hole over here. So I'm just going to see if it'll fit in this, and then that new tube's going to go through this as well. So I'm just going to unscrew this, take it out, and replace it with the new one, and leave this hardware where it is. Well, I spoke too soon, so I lied. This is not going to fit in this factory one, so I am going to have to figure something out with that. But the pipe is definitely going to be fit in this, so yeah. Here is the finished product. I'm very happy with it. I've already tested just to make sure nothing leaked. But anyways, so this shower head is considerably larger than the factory one, okay? And I had to bring down the mount a little bit, because if I had kept it up here, this would have actually been almost up in the top, banging the ceiling. So I didn't want that. You still have to have a little bit of height to pull this out. So I lowered it just a little bit. Now, one thing I'm a little skeptical about is this is way heavier than the factory. Now, this mount is actually only held on by a 3M sticky back. So going down the road, see how it's kind of flexing the wall? So I don't know. We'll give it a couple trips, and if it stays up here, I'm definitely going to be happy with it. If not, I'm probably just going to go back to the factory one. But anyways, this is some pretty nice flex hose here. This piece fit in the exact same holes as the factory one did, and the actual connection here has an O-ring, very nice, and it fit on there just like the factory one did, so no problem there. All right, on to the pressure. So exact same hose, same everything connected to the house. I'm still at the house. So yeah, let's turn the cold water all the way on, pull this, and see what we got. All right, I don't know if you can see, I know it's really hard to see clear water on a white background, but this thing has a tremendous stream. I mean, that's almost a straight out stream. So I'm gonna pull this out here. So I'm holding this thing straight, and it's hitting the other wall, okay? So it's got more settings. All right, that's a all-around setting, which means every hole has water coming out of it. It's a little bit less pressure, but considerably a lot more than the factory. And then we have the jets, which literally, you can hear that pressure. It's a lot. I'm gonna stick to probably this one right here. All right, now I'm gonna show you the pause feature. Okay, so you can see the water here, pause. All right, so just like the factory, the pause button does still have a little bit of drip to it. Not a whole lot. That might just be from, yeah, there we go. All right, so pause, almost perfect. All right, and back on. There we go. There we go, and yeah. Well, the installation on that probably took about 15 minutes or so, maybe 20, because I had to, get different stuff for the camera and whatnot. But anyways, so I give that 2 thumbs up. Again, I'm going to leave a link to the, in the description below from Amazon. Pressure increased by at least 50%, and that's just from the shower head. It has nothing to do with the water pressure, because it's still hooked up to my same house spigot. So again, 2 thumbs up, easy install. I am gonna have to cover up those 2 open holes from the previous mounting hardware, which is not a problem. I might just put some caulk in it, or whatever have you. But anyways, so again, 2 thumbs up. If you like this content, please like and subscribe to the channel. As always, happy camping. Bye.